What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Week 8 Pick'ems for college football, brought to you by your host at the We'll See You Later podcast. My name is Willie Ray.
And my name is Jeremy. Welcome. You know the drill, guys. We do 5 games, 1 upset pick, and then a best bet of the week. The record stands. They're separate when best bet comes into play, but the record out of our 6 games, so your 5 games, your 1 upset, Willie Ray last week goes 4-2. I also go 4-2. Didn't make up any ground, even though we had a couple different picks.
When I heard 4-2, I felt pretty good about it because it felt a lot worse than that. I know I picked Oregon and Indiana. Good Lord, they're here. They're here.
Yeah, you missed Oklahoma, so did I. I got Indiana right. You did not, but you got USC right. I did not. And you also got your upset was USC, so that gave you an extra point.
Yeah, so 2 credits needs to go to 2 programs this past week who did the exact opposite of what was said on this podcast by me for Indiana. But if you listen to the whole thing and you don't take it out of context, you figure out that I'm a huge fan of Indiana and Curt Cignetti.
Yeah.
I just thought they're not here yet. And I was wrong. They're here. And Coach Cignetti is the face of college football. And I got to be real with you. I'm here for all of it.
Hoosiers?
Shout out to Pat McAfee for that one. I had never heard that before.
Also, the team that we've got to apologize before we get into this, Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, I'm not apologizing. But everything I said about how it was going to play out, the exact opposite happened.
Yes. Will's best bet didn't hit because of that. I thought it was a slap in the face to have Texas favored by 2.5, who wasn't even ranked, against the number 6 team in the country, Oklahoma. I don't care. It wasn't even a home game. It was a neutral site. To me, that shows more than anything. I definitely was shitting on Texas, but I thought that was the dumbest thing ever, and that just proved to me that the rankings are jank. That Oklahoma had no business being number 6 if you're going to have a non-ranked team on a neutral site favored. Oklahoma should have been in the teens, or you put Texas in the 20s to make it not look as bad as it was. But as much as we made a joke about it, Arch Manning, who you going to call, to transfer this game, he showed up.
Yeah, he looked like a really good quarterback. He
hasn't shown that all year.
Yeah, he looked like a really good quarterback. And John Mateer obviously still hurt. The fact that he played that quickly after surgery is wild. But he also looked rattled. They also got a big contribution from the third part of football, special teams. You don't see punt returns and kick returns for touchdowns very often anymore. That was fun to watch, even if it was Texas. I'm not going to apologize. If you think I'm going to apologize, I got some oceanfront property in Arkansas to sell you, but I was dead wrong on this one. The only thing that makes me feel a little bit better is you are too.
Yeah. Will, going into week 8, is 20-16. These things can flip fast. I'm up to 17-19, hoping that I can try to make up a little bit of ground this week on you.
Not all weeks are created equal. This is a great slate this week.
Game 1, number 23, Utah, who was my upset of the week last week. 3.5-point favorites against number 15, BYU. It is a 7 p.m. nighttime.
Is that in Provo?
Yes.
All right. Home of the Mormons. Storming Mormons.
I don't know about you, but there is something for me, and I'm serious about it. I love a West Coast game at the late night of hours of the night.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
It literally, I get more excited. Okay, I turn all the lights off in the house.
Yeah.
My wife goes to bed.
Okay.
And I don't have, there's nothing going on. I lay down, possibly partake in a few.
Of course. There's no of course.
I might eat candy that is not just sugar.
Yeah.
And
Vitamins.
A lot of vitamins.
Vitamins.
I like to have a vitamin. And I am so into a Utah BYU game. I will watch every snap as if I am a fan. It is so much fun. And then I look up and it's like 12 o'clock. And I'm like, dear goodness, like this is unbelievable.
Well,
it's just me.
It's the college football version of Sunday Night Football where it's just, I don't care who's playing. I'm just like,
I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah, it's time to just relax and watch football.
It's the most relaxing football game for me.
Having said that, these guys, Utah, in order to beat BYU, has to stop scoring on Arizona State, and I'm not sure that's happened yet. I know when you made your best bet pick to take Utah over ASU, let me say great call, first of all. But let me also say you did not know that the starting quarterback for Arizona State was going to be out when you made that call.
I did not know that was going to happen. Watching Utah do what they do to everybody else.
Yeah, Utah's a bunch of bullies. They always have been.
And then seeing Arizona State, I just correlated when they went to Mississippi State, how they didn't look great. And you're going to go to, I just had a feeling that Utah's for real. And this is one of their moments to say that Texas Tech was a slip up for us. I think Utah's a great team. I have Utah winning this game against BYU, even though they are the favorite in points. They are not the favorite on the ranking system. I have number 23, Utah beating number 15 BYU this week.
Let me give BYU their flowers because they're physical, they're tough. Having said that, I got to roll with this train that is Utah right now.
Yeah.
I think it carries over. That's going to be my upset pick of the week. Give me the Utes to go to Provo and get a big win against BYU.
I like that pick. Second game, number 20, USC at number 13, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is 8.5-point favorites. That's a 6:30 kickoff as well.
Okay. Big ups to USC for my upset pick of the week. Last week they beat Michigan. I think Michigan's just fraudulent. They're mid. Right. They're not that good.
Yeah.
And having said that, I go with on these games that seem to be kind of evenly matched, and I don't know which way to go. I have two things that I normally go to. Number one, where are they? Where are we playing? Number two, who do I feel like has the best player or players in the game? Like in the contest, who's got the best player or players on their team? Both of these come up Notre Dame this week. You go to South Bend if you're USC in a rivalry game, and I think Jeremiah Love's the best player on the field, so give me the Irish.
I agree. I don't think Notre Dame is a great team. I think that
they're good.
They're physical. They'll slow the game down for USC. I don't think this will be a shootout. I just think that you travel to Notre Dame is different.
Yeah, it's Notre Dame Southern Cal. It's one of the most historic rivalries in the history of college football.
So I'm rolling Notre Dame here as well. Game 3. This one gets a little dicey for me.
Doesn't for me.
Number 10 LSU travels to Nashville to take on number 17 Vandy. Vandy favored. This is 11 a.m. kickoff. Favored by 2.5. Vanderbilt is for real. Vandy at 5-1. They run the ball down your damn throat. They're physical, they're aggressive, and they're at home after a loss to Bama. You've had 2 weeks to prepare for this LSU team, who to me, defensively, top notch. Offensively, struggle bus. You never know what you're going to get. I trust Vandy in this moment over an LSU that each week their offense looks terrible or looks like they're going to run away with anything. I can't trust them. Give me Vandy.
Did you ever think that there would be a world where you're able to look at me straight in the face and tell me you're picking Vanderbilt over LSU because Vanderbilt is physical,
more physical,
and they're tough, and they're all these things like LSU's not? Okay, no. LSU's got offensive problems. Those are well documented. But are you going to sit here and tell me that they're not physical?
No, I just think that Vandy's going to be physical.
Vandy
and score points.
Will not line up and run. They might. There's a chance. But I don't think that LSU's losing sleep about getting in a physical battle with Vanderbilt. We talked about the water got a little deep for Vanderbilt when they played Alabama a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 turnovers got them.
Okay. I think the water stays deep this week. I think they'll have a cool crowd in Nashville because people will be kind of Johnny-come-latelys, and they'll show up for that.
It's 11 a.m. too.
And LSU will fill up their LSU will travel well. They always do. LSU, the energy around this game is completely different for both teams. Vanderbilt shouldn't feel like they have to win this game. If you're a Vanderbilt fan, 5-2 should not sound bad to you.
Not at all.
You don't feel like you have to win this game. If you're an LSU fan,
you have to.
And you go on the road to Vanderbilt, 5-2 sounds awful. LSU has to win this game. And that's why I'm picking them. Just desperation. You can't lose this game. Give me the Tigers.
Yeah.
And honestly, based on the fact that they have to win this game, you can't lose it. That's my best bet of the week.
Okay.
I'm taking LSU on the money line to beat Vanderbilt outright. They have to win this game. The energy around Brian Kelly's program, if he loses on the road to Vanderbilt, the energy around that program is going to be toxic this week.
Yeah. All right. That was our first disagreement of the week.
Yeah. Give me LSU and hammer it home is my best bet of the week. I've known you long enough that I know you love a Cinderella.
Damn right.
But here's the thing.
She's got her shoes on right now and she's ready to dance, baby.
The thing about Cinderella, any version of the story, midnight always hits. And that coach turns into a pumpkin. Midnight always hits, and it's 11:59 for Vanderbilt right now.
No, they're ready. Game 4, team that just beat Arkansas, gained a spot in the polls. Number 11, Tennessee, goes to Bama, number 6 in the country. Bama favored by 9.5. It's a 6:30 p.m. kickoff. Willie Ray, are you on this fall train, or are we rolling with the tide?
Roll Tide.
Roll damn Tide. You know, the more and more we do this podcast, the more and more I'm not. That it's not a sour taste in my mouth is when I first started. Right. Okay. Voting for other teams, not cheering, but just saying the things. I used to want to throw up saying Roll Tide. Now I'm like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Roll damn Tide. To me, what you said on our last episode 69 of the We'll See You Later podcast, before we put this one out, says goes on a rant about how instead of applauding Arkansas for being close, maybe you should look at how soft Tennessee was and that they're not very tough. Alabama is.
Yes, they are.
Alabama at home at night against a soft Tennessee team. We couldn't get one turnover against Tennessee and almost beat them. We gave up 3 turnovers. We had over 500 yards of offense. What do you think Bama's going to do is the way I look at it.
It's going to be a really big game for Jam Miller. I'm going to tell you that right now. Could rush for 200 yards.
That's the way I look at that, is as an Arkansas fan watching 500-plus yards of our offense, which is a good offense, but 3 turnovers, losing by 3, not forcing 1 turnover on there. And Tennessee averaged 8.5 yards a play against us as Arkansas, and only win by 3. You're getting hammered.
Yeah, I'm looking at guys like Jam Miller. Jam Miller's going to have a big game. I'm looking at Ryan Williams. Time for you to have a game where you go off. Physicality is in Bama's favor. I think they're kind of feeling themselves after a really fun win at Missouri. I think they're finding themselves identity-wise. Look, is Kalen DeBoer Nick Saban? Nobody is. Is this a different kind of program than it was under Nick Saban? Yeah, but Kalen DeBoer is a hell of a football coach, yes, and this is a really good football team, and physicality will not be a problem. At night in Tuscaloosa, give me the Tide.
Number 5, Ole Miss. Let that sink in, Hog fans. Number 5, Ole Miss at number 9, Georgia. 2:30 kickoff. Georgia favored by 7.5. Willie Ray, talk to me.
Well, I hope Kirby Smart has got the timeout situation worked out this week. By the way, hearing Auburn complain about bad calls by the officials is hilarious to me.
Bo Nix.
As an Arkansas fan.
Bo Nix.
You fumbled.
Then you picked it up, spiked it behind you, which is a lateral. We recovered, and then you get an intentional grounding for what, as a spot foul, wasn't even a 15-yarder, 10-second runoff, which penalized us, kick a field goal to win.
Yeah.
Never letting that go.
No.
F Bo Nix for life.
Right. And, Kirby, you may not have meant to, but you did call a timeout.
Hand signals.
Yeah, you did call a timeout. he 100% was yelling about them clapping and mimicking the signals. And I think he wanted to say kind of hold on, and ended up saying timeout, and they gave it to him.
You did this even though you were yelling they're clapping. I saw you saying it, but you were trying to say, hey, wait a minute, they're cheating, but your signal was showing. And if I'm a ref who probably can't hear you anyway because of the environment, when I look over to you and I see you doing this, yelling, they're clapping, I'm paying attention to your hand signal. And you didn't want to call the timeout. No, I wasn't calling time. I was telling you.
It's exactly. But you can read his lips. He said, I swear to God, I didn't call a timeout.
In his brain, yes, he did not call a timeout. Your signal did. I know you did this a whole bunch after. That's not what you did.
His energy was, oh shit, I didn't mean to.
Yeah. You've seen it. You did.
So, all kidding aside, I've flip-flopped a couple of times on this. At the end of the day, I'm going to go with the home team. Ugga. Who's that walking down the track?
Who that walking down the track?
It's the Mean Machine in red and black.
It's the Mean Machine in the red and black.
Ain't nothing finer in the land.
Ain't nothing finer in the land
than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Go dog, go dog, go dog, go dog.
Ho, dog! Sick 'em! I've always wanted to do that.
Pat made that so cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't have anything.
If you haven't figured it out, give me Georgia.
I have nothing to add to that. Georgia's more complete. I don't trust Ole Miss. Struggled against Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust them. They're kind of flippy-floppy as well. I think Georgia at home. And Ole Miss got to lose somewhere. Lane Kiffin going to Lane Kiffin somewhere.
Right.
He's got to do it. You know, he is the look. And I'm not hating on him, but he's the James Franklin of the SEC.
Right, but I'm gonna also give him credit where credit is due. Part of me wanted to pick Ole Miss. I truly think they have the better quarterback in this matchup. I love Trinidad Chambliss. I don't know how he wasn't starting to begin the year. I'm going with, in the coaching matchup, I'm going with kind of the dawn of the SEC. I'm going with Kirby.
Same. Your upset of the week. You've already announced it, but now we're putting the graphic up right now.
Utes.
Utah.
Go to Provo, get them a big win against the Storming Mormons, the BYU Cougars.
Number 23, Utah. At BYU, number 15 in the country. Will has Utah winning that matchup. That was my upset last week. We're flipping the script. Instead of jumping in here, because technically my upset could be Georgia over Ole Miss, because it's number 9 being number 5. I think that's the easy way out.
Yeah, I don't think I would consider a top 10 SEC program winning at home an upset.
Yeah, and then I've got, I could pick Vandy because they're 17th in the country over number 10 LSU. I'm going out there a little bit. I don't think it's crazy, but I'm getting outside of my roots of this SEC. Give me the Duke Blue Devils at home to knock off number 12 Georgia Tech.
Can I say that I love this Georgia Tech team? I do. I love Haynes King. I love Brent Key. Their head coach is one of my favorites. I love him. He would never leave Georgia Tech, and I don't know that his system would work somewhere that wasn't there, but I love his attitude.
Duke slowly has figured out something in these last 3 games, and Georgia Tech has had some scares this year. They've been playing with fire too much, and this is the week that they get snipped. Give me Duke over number 12, Georgia Tech. The best part of the show for me, if you stick around this long. The best bet of the week.
It would be my favorite part if I was 5-0 too.
And these aren't just like easy picks. We've done complete upsets that we had a plus 18 team that we said was going to win was our best bet of the week. And it's hit.
Are you like bruised from patting yourself on the back there, buddy?
Not at all. Will here is 2-3. Last week, Oklahoma over Texas was the thing, and I'm not going to lie to you, I love that pick as well. So I'm glad I didn't pick it as my best bet of the week, but I would have picked that.
Well, you not only would have picked it, you did. You took Oklahoma over
in
Texas.
The game, yes.
Yeah.
Will is 2-3 on his best bet. I'm 5-0. Will's already said it, but we're going to put it on here. Best bet of the week.
Go Tigers. LSU over Vandy. Just because of the energy around this game, LSU has to win it.
LSU money line. I'm going out on a complete limb. I'm not as confident as I was last week. USF and North Texas over under was 67.5. USF scored 63 on their own.
Alex Golish's boys almost hit the over by themselves.
The over was hit by halftime, and I was texting you. I was like, "This is incredible. This is incredible." Like, it was just boom, boom, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. We knew that was going to happen. I've got my bet.
Well, spit it out.
I'm locking it in. USC and Notre Dame, 61.5 total points. I'm betting the over.
Okay.
I know I just talked about how I think Notre Dame is going to not score a lot, and neither is USC.
Yeah.
I'm going to
That's where
need,
my mind went is.
I'm going to need a 34-31 victory now. I don't know if I'm confident in this pick, but I'm going to hold it down.
I'm not for you, but you're 5-0. What can I say?
USC and Notre Dame, scratch what I talked about earlier about how Notre Dame's going to make it ugly. This is going to be a shootout now.
I mean, you do edit this podcast.
No, I'm leaving it in. This is going to be a shootout. The people need to know. All right. The pick is Notre Dame to win. The best bet of the week, which I'm going to sprinkle money on, USC Notre Dame over 61.5. Right now it's 61.5 on your BetSaracen app. Not sponsored.
Should be.
Would love to be.
This has been Week 8 Pick'ems, brought to you by your host of the We'll See You Later podcast. Again, my name's Willie Ray. That's Jeremy. And until next time, guys.
We'll see you later.
Yeah.